This segment of the Fan After Dark is brought to you by the Frankels. If you've been injured in a car or truck wreck, call Frankel first. 214-817-3333. With Frankel and Frankel, With Frankel and Frankel, there's never an out-of-pocket. There's never an out-of-pocket cost, and they only get paid when you win. Frankel and Frankel, the go-to car truck wreck attorneys in Dallas.
Tell you what, I bet if I had bathwater back there,
I
might have to start doing
something.
that with our boy Trevor the Creator. Free bathwater if he can get through a read with no problems.
Everybody not named AD and Cooper Flagg have 67 points. How many points do Cooper Flagg and AD have combined, Trevor the Creator? 67 for everyone not named Anthony Davis and Cooper Flagg. Rest of the team, or excuse me, AD and Cooper Flagg have what tonight combined?
So everybody else had 67?
Yep.
I didn't see the score. Let's go.
The point wasn't math. The point was just seeing your ball knowledge.
59.
Very close. 64.
There you go.
Very close.
I
The
did
bell's
quick math
somewhere
in my head.
There
That's
you
what
go.
I'm going to cheat.
Bing.
You did the quick math in your head?
Yeah. Well, I was
Ding.
wrong, so it wasn't that quick and wasn't that good.
All right, speaking of quick math, let's jump out to the D&M Leasing Hotline. And welcome to the program.
Because Carter equals Freemon.
Carter equals Freemon. I'll tell you what. Be real with us for a second, Carter. Be real. How glad are you to not have to get any more texts, passive-aggressive or not, from Blake and I asking when the hell are we going to get our clips posted? Be honest.
Well, that's something I wanted to peel the curtain back for the Tolos, is that Fred and Blake will text me because I'm the video coordinator for the Fan. They will text me at, I don't know, some days it's 3 in the morning,
That's right.
Some days it's 10 in the morning, some days it's 5 p.m. as I'm walking out the door.
That's right.
They have absolutely no respect for my time, and I would not have it any other way. I'm going to miss you fellas, whether your content gets posted or not. And I wanted to say it now, just so you don't have to send those texts to me at a random time.
Yeah.
What content should I pull tomorrow on my final day?
I mean,
This one.
I was gonna say. I mean, make it the sauciest, spiciest, clickbaity headline you can come up with for Carter Freemon. I mean, I think it's only right.
I mean, that sounds good. You guys were apparently going to give Trevor bathwater from who I don't know, and I don't know if I want to know. So maybe that'll be part of the headline.
I think it absolutely should be. And, I mean, look, if we got to do it, we got to do it. So, by the way, huge win for the Dallas Mavericks right now, 131-130. We'll get to that here after this interview's over. But, real quick, how long have you been with the Fan?
February of 2020. I think it was like 3 weeks before COVID really hit.
Okay.
So I got trained to do all of the cameras that you currently see now.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden everyone went home. So we ended up doing the Fan Cam on Zoom for about a year until we resumed basically what it is today.
Resumed. I like what you did there. Resumed.
Love it. I love it. All right, so
Totally
here we are, 6 years in the books, damn near. Let's just call it 6 years. And
Your partner's here,
for the
Jake
folks,
Riepma.
I was going to say, I mean, we might as well. I mean, we've already had you. We've had Brendan Baxter. I mean, we might as well make it a triumvirate and bring your boy Jake Riepma, who looks like he just got that skin tight fade as well. I mean, my God, this guy, what is he in the OCS Officer Candidate School or something like that? Anyway, I digress. What was kind of like, and look, we all get kind of like, well, all right, we need something new, we need a new challenge or whatever it was. Was it just time to go and you just wanted to do something different?
Yeah, I mean, the opportunity, it'll come out in the coming days what exactly it is. I don't want to spoil the fun just yet.
That's fine.
But the opportunity came, and
You're the new weather person at Fox 4. Is that what I heard?
Well, I'm just going to throw out
Take a
there
Mike
that
Leslie's job?
The Oklahoma athletic director job is open and hasn't been filled yet. So I just want to throw that out there. That could be it, keep a little suspense. But
Okay.
The opportunity came through. It just seemed like time. I mean, I think that, I've done just about all I feel like I can at the Fan. I've gone from the quiet, nerdy guy behind the scenes to the quiet, nerdy guy on the air with Fan University, right? Like the first part hasn't changed, but
Fair.
I never thought I would go to the Fan and end up being in front of a microphone, but the more you're around it, the more you just kind of end up talking into it. So from starting the Fan Cam and the whole video empire that we have to what Jake and Brendan and I were able to do on Fan University this year, it's been a blast. It's been, as much fun as I have ever had at a professional job, probably ever will have at a professional job, if I'm being honest. I mean, you guys work here too, so you know how much of a blast it can be at 105.3 The Fan, but it just felt like time to, leave the nest, let my baby be in the hands of somebody else, that being the YouTube page.
For all the aspiring producers listening, what's the hardest part about being a producer that people don't realize?
Oh God. I mean, I'm a video producer, so I feel like I'm a little not super, equipped to answer that, but just, being on top of audio, being on top of, I saw Jet, printing out the cut sheet really weird the other day. Just knowing your host, man, that's the biggest thing, is just whoever you work with, just understand their quirks, their tendencies. It's the same thing with you guys. You send in your content at different times.
That's right.
Y'all are different than Kevin and Corey, who are different than G-Bag, who are different than Sean and RJ. It's just, I feel like it's good advice for, not just producing, but just life, is just know the people around you and get to know them, and, make an effort to do that. And I think the content will be better for it.
See, I heard you left because you wanted to name Fan University Carter and the Pips. Is there any truth to that? That was kind of the overarching theme, that once that got ruled down, you said enough is enough, I'm out of here.
No.
Okay.
You heard the name I wanted on Saturday. That was University of the Fan. We had a ton of good names that Jake came up with that got thrown in the waste bin that I'm trying to bring back. And yeah, once that got shut down, I was like, all right, I'm out.
Okay, so Carter and the Pips Talk Football wasn't the reason why you left.
It was not. I can confirm that.
Okay.
Well, Riepma's over here throwing gang signs or middle fingers behind the Pimp Cup. I'm not sure exactly what kind of signs he's throwing up.
He said, really, now this show can shine. Just some of the things he's been saying. And, I thought it was kind of inflammatory myself. Anything you want to say about that? He said, we've lost some dead weight, and now this show can really take off. Where do you stand on that?
All I'm going to say is our wonderful producer, Jacob Ray, has never clipped anything from me because he says I'm too buttoned up, but there is a Fan University drops folder full of drops from Jake and from Brennan that make absolutely no sense, that are out of context, absolutely insane. I am proud of the fact that I have never had one of those moments. Or maybe I should take that as I'm too boring and spice things up. I don't know. I've got time.
You don't have a single drop?
That's what Jacob told me.
Wow.
And I was kind of like, maybe, because today on KNC, I was like, maybe I should just go all out. Maybe I should, leave a legacy. But I decided not to. We had some good college football talk back at 12:20 earlier today, which you can, of course, listen to on the Odyssey app. But you know what? This is probably the most unhinged I've ever been on air with you guys. So you're bringing the best out of me.
Your Sooners lost.
You just want to make me mad.
Let's not bury the lead. Will you ever believe in this team ever again?
Yes, I will, because that's how college football works, Blake. Every season I'm going to, believe that this is the year, because it hasn't been in 25 years.
Correct.
Will I believe that OU's offense will get figured out? Probably, because I'll have 8 months to ruminate on not having to watch it. And that's what I told all my friends as we were leaving the stadium last Friday, was that, look, we lost, but we got to see 50 Cent live, which was pretty cool, and we don't have to watch this offense for another 8 months, and that's a good thing, because outside of that first quarter, it was more of the same after the John Mateer hand injury. It was just the mechanics are weird, the line can't run block worth a damn. They haven't been able to do that all year, and I think the worst part is, you guys tell me if you feel differently, Alabama felt very beatable. Obviously, OU gets out to a 17-0 lead, so the fact that you let it slip away against this Alabama team, that was the most disappointing thing to me, because I don't think they have a shot against Indiana.
Interesting. Okay, so that now your co-host Brennan Baxter
sung a very different tune.
Now, part of it could be too, and he did. Full disclosure, his wife went to Alabama, right? So I wonder how much of that, and he did kind of say that he wants bragging rights. So I feel like there was more of a, hey, he just wants to talk bleep to his wife if Texas Tech beats Alabama. Real quick, though, with Brent Venables, did it, at the very least, yes, and we go on and on about, John Mateer didn't look the same after the hand, this, that, and the other, but did it, at the very least, did it help restore your faith that Venables is the right guy for this Oklahoma team moving forward, or are we just on borrowed time with your boy?
And why does he look exactly like Kalen DeBoer? Continue.
Good question.
Oh, I thought he looked more like Skeletor than he looked like Kalen DeBoer. It's just something in the face is just very skeletal, very bony, if you will. But I have faith in Venables in the fact that the defense is going to be elite going forward. It should not have taken 4 years for him to get to that point, but now we're there, and you saw OU's defense this year, and they only gave up, 27 is what they gave up today, and that was the second most points they gave up, last Friday. That was the second most points they gave up all season because 7 of the points were on the Mateer pick six. So, OU's defense in my lifetime usually averaged giving up 30 or more points. So for 27 to be the second most you gave up all season, that's pretty good. So I have faith that the defense, even if you're losing your 2 starting defensive tackles, one of your starting linebackers is already in the portal, I have faith that that's going to be very, very good this year. And with the offense having the struggles that it did this year, OU still won 10 games. Everyone said before the season, with this schedule, if you go 10-2, you're going to make the CFP. And that's exactly what they did. So if there's any modicum of improvement on offense, I think OU is going to be in the same spot where maybe the defense won't be as good as it was this year, because this is as good as it's been in 20 years since some of the early Bob Stoops years where, yes, it was the defensive coordinator, Brent Venables. So even if it's not that good, if the offense finds any sort of improvement, you're going to be in the same spot. I still think you're going to be competitive in the SEC. So Blake asked me if I'm ever going to believe again. There you go. I'm already believing again.
Hell, you got me believing already. That being said, again, going back to your boy, we're just going to pit you guys against each other. He's got Texas Tech and Georgia in the final, with Georgia winning the entire thing. What say Carter Freemon?
I don't hate that. Gosh, that would mean Georgia beat either Ohio State or Miami in the Fiesta Bowl. Man, I could totally see Georgia getting there. I don't think they'll have a tough time with Ole Miss, especially because they already beat them with Lane Kiffin earlier this season. I think they're going to beat them without him. And I do think Texas Tech is going to beat Oregon. And I guess if Texas Tech is to advance, I don't know. I should still have faith in them. They would go up against either Indiana or Alabama, which I guess in the Baxter household, that would just, they're probably not going to be on speaking terms for 2 weeks if that's the potential game based on whoever wins. But I don't hate that. And I've been a big proponent of Tech this entire season, not just because my co-host has brainwashed me into thinking they're very good. They just are very good. Yeah. They are an excellent team. They have, with OU out of the playoffs, I would put them the fourth, at worst, the fourth best defense. The only 3 in front of them in the CFP would be the 3 teams that are ranked higher, Georgia, Ohio State, and Indiana. And even then, I think on any given day, it's Texas Tech can probably match up with them. The big concern with Tech is going to be their red zone struggles to score touchdowns. They'll get into the red zone, they'll fumble fart around for a little bit, and then they'll kick field goals. And so far it hasn't mattered because they get turnovers in short field, so they're able to convert pretty quickly. And just that's what they did against BYU in the Big 12 title game, was they were able to really quickly in the second half rack up some points and make the margin of victory bigger. But you can't settle for field goals against teams like Georgia or teams like Alabama or teams like Oregon, who they're about to play. But as far as people got to see Texas Tech and what they did against BYU in the Big 12 title game, it validated them, I think, to a lot of national people. I think they're going to do that again against Oregon, because Oregon just allowed James Madison to cover when they were the biggest favorites of the entire first round.
That's a good point.
They just kind of let James Madison, do whatever they wanted in the second half, and that doesn't inspire much confidence, especially when Dan Lanning in his first go-round in the CFP with Oregon last year got waxed by Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. So I know they have a win now, but it was over a group of 5 teams. So until Oregon really goes up against legit competition in this tournament in his time there and does something big, I'm going to be a little bit out on him. But he's Jake's guy. Jake loves him some Dan Lanning, so he's probably got all the faith there.
We got Jake doing fist pumps over here. We might have to just come in here real quick. We got to get Jake in here real quick. We got to get Jake in here real quick.
There?
Jake is. I don't know what he's doing here either. I don't know what he's doing here.
Michigan.
Get some headphones on. Jake Riepma, who might have the best head of hair here. Well, no, Chiafalo does, but a close second is none other than Mr. Jake Riepma as far as that lettuce goes. But we don't normally see you here at this time of night.
Can we just
wait? Did you say Dan Lanning?
Wow. Can we just?
That's my Dan Lanning.
I was going to say let's address the elephant in the room, but that's elephant number 2. Jake looks like he's about to enlist as a colonel right now.
That's what I was going to say. Like, are you going to officer candidate school here pretty soon? Or,
no,
what's going on?
I appreciate you saying I'm seeing the in-laws this weekend, and I looked bad. And I'm man enough to admit, when you like wake up in the morning, you look in the mirror and you're like, whoa, boy, that's what it turned into with the facial hair.
Yeah.
Hair just got, and I went into my barber this morning and said, 2 hands up.
So give me the sergeant number 3.
yeah. High and tight, please. Thank you very much.
I don't know if I
yes,
heard
sir,
this,
may I have another?
if I heard this correctly, but Carter, were they trying to pit us against one another? Because that is fake news.
No, we absolutely did.
What is up with that?
That is what they do. Yeah. That is what Fred and Blake do.
Exactly
I mean, have you listened to Fan After Dark?
I was just about to say,
where you been, Jake?
All they want us to do is fight.
I know it goes on your show. At Fan University, we get along.
Yeah.
There's chemistry. There's camaraderie. Oh, yeah, right. Exactly.
I'm sorry. Did somebody say something about bathwater? I'm sorry. Somebody say
Don't
something
drag
about
me into
pastors
this,
farting
you
in
guys.
faces? I mean, that's what we do here on Fan After Dark. All right, what are you doing here? I mean, not that we're mad at it, but I rarely see you here at night.
I need to know.
The Carter Freeman effect is already taking place, where you try to replace a guy that's so monumental to a company that some people are just going to have to put a little extra time in. So as
video editing,
as a company man, I'm just.
So should I text him with what the clip we need tonight, Carter? Is that what I'm being told?
No, I love
Jake.
I
let him
love
take over.
Odyssey Dallas so much that I started my day here today, and I thought I'd finish it that way.
Are you here to do TSN?
This guy,
next level.
TSN Sports. I'm Jake Riepma.
Trevor, can you compete with that? Let's hear yours.
No, Jake Riepma. That was not the Jake Riepma TSN Sports.
Oh, no.
That was not the Jake Riepma TSN Sports.
No, Trevor sometimes will have to, let's say, because you got to put a full minute on some of the reports, and sometimes there's not a lot going on. So
Go ahead and mark that.
You what'd you say?
Go ahead and mark that.
Yeah.
We're gonna put a minute in.
Yeah,
Like
full minute in, but it gets to that like 53.
When's the last time you put a full minute in?
That's a great question. It's long distance engagement. So, listen, long distance. It'll play tricks on the body.
Hey, long Zoom calls.
That's right. Loves FaceTime.
More of
FaceTime.
a Google Meet guy. Google Meet, unlimited
time.
time.
Zoom for most people, so he's got to use Google Meet.
Yeah, exactly. Carter
credits.
gets it.
All right, real quick. Okay, so since I got so this is the perfect Fan U send off here. So you guys, so Brennan Baxter said Texas Tech, Georgia, with Georgia winning. Carter, who you got?
We're chalking it up, fellas. I think it's going to be Indiana and Ohio State again. That game in the Big Ten title game was too good. I need it again. I think the world needs to see it again, and I think we're going to see it again. And that being said, I think of all the teams that won in the first round that have a chance to win their second round game, I think Miami might have the highest, and that would ruin this whole thing because I don't see Alabama beating Indiana. I think Texas Tech is going to beat Oregon, and then Georgia, I think, is going to beat Ole Miss pretty easily. So I just look at it where Miami's defense was very, very good against Texas A&M, an offense that has been pretty good all season long on the road. They held them to 3 points, including 0 up until like midway through the fourth quarter. So I think that Miami defense is legit. I think it's the only defense other than Indiana's that can really slow Ohio State down up until the potential championship game. But I do think I think we'll get a Big Ten matchup in the title game, and Paul Feinbaum will have to, I think he said he's going to move out of the country
if Indiana wins.
So
good.
No, if it was an all Big Ten title game.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
I guess it'd be Oregon and Indiana too, and he'd have to leave. So I think he's going to have to pack his bag.
Okay, so you got a rematch, Jake Riepma.
I would love to say the same thing, and that'd be boring for Fan After Dark. And Blake already gave me the yawning snooze fest sign, so I can't agree with someone. So I'd have to manufacture something differently. But
no, usually if you agree the same thing, that's fine.
It is chalky. I'll add this. I love Kurt Cignetti.
Yeah.
If you're a head football coach, do what he's done in the last 2 years.
Seriously.
Incredible. 60-minute piece on him too, which 60 minutes is kind of funny to look at because it's such a different sports telling perspective.
Right.
What he's done is just incredible. So Indiana's the team I'm quote unquote rooting for. Number one team for a reason. But I'll add this. I think Georgia is such a tough out.
Yeah.
But That's a good versus evil because Kirby Smart, I'm so sick of the Georgia Bulldogs just having a moral, just inept morally. Like, at some point...
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
at some point,
like driving violations?
At some point, like 26 arrests in 2 years, you got to take some accountability as the head coach
football players.
of your program.
I mean, look, again, football's a violent sport. You know that.
It's also a fast sport. You got to play fast, drive fast.
Can Michigan be saying a lot about morality?
Oh, God, no. That's a dumpster fire. I mean, if you've tuned into Fan University, you know we've had some of the most closest sources to everything that's going on there.
That's our guy, Tony Garcia.
That's right.
What's Trevor doing with his finger?
What is he doing with it? Oh, yeah, he's trying to wrap it up.
There's no clock in here, so we wouldn't know.
Preaching to the choir over here.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything. He said it.
I've gotten in enough trouble as it is.
Boy, who you telling? All right, he's okay. I tell you what, Jake Riepma's not going anywhere. In fact, it might be time. We're not going to have enough time to do extra credit the next segment, so we're going to do extra credit at 10 o'clock. We will bring Jake Riepma in because Jake Riepma has never done extra credit before. Okay,
Should we wrap up the Pro Bowl next?
Let's wrap this. We're going to wrap up the Pro Bowl next, real quick. Last thing, Carter Freeman. Anything else you want to tell the fatties? And again, what are you doing for Christmas?
Just small. We're my family, my dad, my sister, and I are gonna do a small little thing on Christmas Day. The next day, I'm going to Orlando to go to the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Love it.
The bowl game to end all bowl games.
Yeah, it is.
Look, my first ever show I ever hosted was with you, Fred. That was
It's true. It was
like an hour and a half show late in 2024.
Yes.
And then we did a full 4-hour Fan After Dark. This what was it? April, I think.
It was. Yeah.
And then Fan University. So I just say thank you to any Tolo, any fatty who's listened to this fanpire, because I still call myself a fanpire.
Good for you. I appreciate that.
Everyone else can be a fatty. Anybody that's ever listened, ever tuned in, ever checked us out on YouTube, I appreciate you. I thank you, and I implore you to keep listening to the Fan, because this station, I love it dearly. It is the best sports radio in the DFW Metroplex and probably in the country too.
In the galaxy.
Sure. I haven't listened to all of them, but I love 105 through the Fan. I love you guys, and thank you for having me on.
Carter, it's been a pleasure, my friend, and Godspeed. Have a wonderful Christmas, and I'm sure we'll have you on real soon.
You guys as well. Boomer Sooner.
Boomer Sooner. The one, the only, Carter Freeman. Love him up. You will be glad that you did.